Hello, my name is Fernando Bender and welcome to our program Análise Diária, where we do analysis of Bitcoin prices with our software Wild Horses and current market data. Originally our program is in Portuguese and we're increasing the number of English editions during the week, so stay tuned. Let's move on to the graphics. In this first graphic we see here the prices of Bitcoin quoted in Tether as by exchange Binance. The prices are framed within channels that are, according to our software Wild Horses, best describe its behavior. The bottom of the graphic is composed by a colored line that depicts the volume traded in exchanges Binance, OKEx and Huobi according to how many standard deviation the volume is above the average. The background of the graphic, as you see, is horizontal line somehow in greenish tones, and that depicts the spatial distribution of the prices in the region from $3,400 till just above $4,000. So it allows us to see natural regions where the price converge when the volume is weak and it needs more volume to break through. What we notice here is that on a wider range we are within a range of 3,800 plus until 4,000. So we believe that to break beyond this region we will need more volume that is represented right now, meaning volumes that exceed one standard deviation of the average. So right now we are likely to stay within this region. Beyond that, we see another region that is within this, a sub-region that starts in 3,900. So to break below it, we also will need more volume because that was the support that held in this last test that we had 2 days ago, and also previously it was the level that we needed some volume to break above it. So right now we see in a short term, we're within this range, 3,900, 4,000. That's what information that we can extract from this plot. We have another plot that depicts a explicit forecast for the closing day of today, and that's an expectation of $3,938, which is depicted exactly here in an interval admitted from $3,915 till $3,962. We see here the black plot is the black line is the actual closing, and the gray plot, the gray line, is our forecast for that day. So what we see here is that currently we are with a margin error of 0.58%, meaning we are forecasting correctly 99.42% of the price from one day to another, while the actual price is varying around 5 times more than that, between 2%, a little more, from one day to the other. The background of the graphic is reddish and orange tones, and they depict the correlation that exists between price and volume, meaning the volume traded in Binance, OKEx and Huobi, and the price of Bitcoin. Those three exchanges has a relevant weight in determining the price of Bitcoin, and that's why we consider this relation, and so far it has been a good indicator of the strength of the move and somehow the direction of the prices. So what we see here is that this correlation is going down, which might signal a weakness in the price. Otherwise it might signify an increasing dependence of the Bitcoin price from external factors not considered here. So far it has been the volume a determinant strength in the movements of the price, especially the breakthrough from congestion regions. So let's move on to the market right now. We see coin market cap. Currently the benchmark for Bitcoin is just above $4,000, $4,048. We see Ethereum $138, Litecoin $61 in keeping up its uptrend, EOS in an excellent move, still above $4, and we see Binance Coin keeping up above $16. These are important limits for it. We have a check in the volume, and we see here, although BitMEX has an extensive volume here of 10 billions in the last 24 hours, the majority, being 98-99% of this volume, is trading off stable coins, so it is not relevant for Bitcoin price itself. And Binance, with 1.4 billion traded in the last 24 hours and an increasing high trend in the volume that can be seen here. So we see that there's a very good chance that the prices will sustain its region above 3,900 and probably keep testing up the region of $4,100 and above. We don't see it likely to go right now beyond 4,200, given to the volume still being low, in our opinion, for this to happen. And we also see here BitMEX just above 1 billion traded in the last 24 hours. BitMEX also an important indicator of the volume, although, as we might know, it doesn't trade Bitcoin, it trades derivative over the Bitcoin price. Now, having a look within the market, we see here in Binance, Bitcoin traded in Tether, and we see that we are just right now making tests in the region of 40, in the limit of $4,100, trying to break through it. We see that the average volume of the last hours have been slightly above the volume traded previously in other days when we were visiting this region. So we are likely that this test might be successful and we might break through this region and remain trading above it. Otherwise, we can expect a move down, and this move down, in our opinion, will be restricted to $3,960. Going down, in a worst case, we see a possibility that the support 3,900 plus 3,905 holds, given to the strength, and it was tested twice and it responded with the volume, with the increase in the volume, and that, in our interpretation, signals a strength of the support. So far we are in this congestion region of 3,900, 4,000, but we believe that, given to the current volume, we have a good chance and we are likely to break through this level of 4,000 and stay above it for the next hours, and that it will depend upon the remaining of the volume giving it strength. Otherwise, we believe we will move away from this range as we did before, notably on 23 March. That was our analysis for the price today. We thank you very much for your attention. Before closing, we would like to indicate the Money GPS as a source of information. Especially the YouTube channel has a lot of very important videos daily with very good information that is very hard to get elsewhere. So it is a collection of sources that are brought and are explained in a very understandable way for the general public, and that gives a very good idea of what's really going on in the markets, in the economy, in the finances all over the world and in the United States as well. And that simplifies our source of information, and it's a different unbiased interpretation that we get from there compared to what we get from mainstream media. Thank you very much for your attention. You can sign up to our channel. My name is Fernando Bender, and this is our Wild Horse software doing the analysis and our interpretation along it and with the current data. Thank you very much. See you in the next program. Bye.